Start stream. FPS. This is good. Bad. Bad. What? What? Well, this was always the problem with this computer, wasn't it? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. This. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Are we good? Are we good? I'd like to know if we are good or not. Let's check this here thing. Okay, stream health, please. Let me know. Stream is healthy. Somehow. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Okay. Alright. Well then, if it's all working properly, and I am going to keep this over here for me to keep an eye on, make sure that nothing happens. Hello. My name is Duffy, as you probably know. I do all the editing over here at Real Anime Training, and there's been a while since we've actually had a video. That would be because we did a lot of work on Dragon Ball Month. A lot of work. And I don't like hearing my echo. Let's not do that. That's going to be distracting. I'll lower that and keep it open just to make sure that nothing happens and still have everything I need here. But it's been a while since we've had a video, and that is because Dragon Ball Month was crazy. We had a lot of videos to get out, and we got a lot of videos out. There is no denying that we got out a ton of videos. But it comes down to the issue of needing a break. So we took a week where we were still planning things. We were still recording things. But then just kind of got sick. Steven got sick. I am sick right now. But we need to get videos out. We really intend to get videos out. So that's why right now we're going to go ahead and edit a Real Anime Training video in which everything's already been recorded for it. I just need to go ahead and get it going. Start editing it. So let's do that right now. We're going to head over to my favorite piece of software for editing, Final Cut Pro. And, ooh, I just realized I could probably move this over and still see the good old-fashioned YouTube stuff. Make sure nothing is going wacky. In fact, I'm going to just minimize this whole browser right there. There we go. All right, so the way we do things here with Real Anime Training is that we do all the filming at the gym. We go to UFC Gym in Greenville, and while we're there, we do our own workout, and then we film at least one workout for a video. Usually, it's one workout program video at a time. Sometimes we go there with a list of just straight up a list of exercises that we know we're going to need in the coming weeks for several videos, and we just film those exercises as individual videos. So, with that in mind, there is a process after that. So you see, we have to, after that's over and done with, I have to go ahead and take all this stuff home, which is, here in the office. We've got a painted green wall over there, to the side of the office here. That's our green screen. And Steven will stand there. I will have the lights on. It will not be pink and purple in this room. That is just, me making the room look a little bit cooler, for live streaming. But we'll have a light on Steven. We'll have a white light up in the ceiling. And I will have the cell phone, of all things, on a tripod, filming him against the green screen. And that is where we do all the non-gym filming. And today I'm going to walk you through how I do this as I do it, because I need to get this video done. And we want to have this video done for this week. One of the first videos Steven ever put out on this channel, long before I was working with him, was the Real Anime Training warm-up video. And it is a warm-up routine that Steven wrote himself. It's his own original content. It's his it's his plan, his little routine for getting yourself warmed up before a workout. And he references it a lot in his blog, and he references it a lot in various real-time training videos. The problem is, if he references it, the only thing he has to look back on, or to reference, besides, an article, is a video that he had filmed on a really small cell phone years ago. The quality's terrible, and it certainly doesn't, align with the quality of videos that we've been making lately. So we talked about it and decided it would be a great idea for us to just go ahead and redo that whole video with the quality that you guys are used to nowadays. So, here we go. Final Cut Pro. I love Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is fantastic. And some people think that it's not, a top-tier editing program. Some people think that Final Cut Pro is not as good as Adobe Premiere. So a lot of people will swear by Adobe Premiere as the ultimate editing software. I can't stand Premiere. And I can get into that, but I don't feel like getting into something so negative. I just leave it at that. I can't stand Premiere. I love Final Cut Pro X. Truth be told, Final Cut Pro X is the only reason that I still use Mac. I grew up on Windows. I got into Mac for college, and I loved it then. But as time has gone on, and I've gotten, grown up, I've been like, you know what, really, Windows is probably a better idea, just because it's less expensive and it's more customizable. And lately, Apple has had a lot of issues with being like terrible to their customer service, which is why I don't really care for Apple too much as a company anymore. That said, Final Cut Pro is incredible, and there is no software like it, in my opinion. There's no software that I can easily go from this to another thing without having some major issues or a big adjustment period. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do the editing here. And the first thing we need to do, or I'm going to actually show you the first thing I did before I actually started streaming. The first thing I did was I took the video. See, like this right here? This right here is the video clip. The one I've selected here is a video clip that I filmed on the cell phone. If I were to isolate it and play it, you can mute mildly. Okay. For real though, you're gonna say. Okay, so you've got my voice in there because this was me kind of coaching him on what to say for a second. We can cut over here to where it was just him.
Video. If you guys want to go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you don't miss any of our real anime training workouts, that's going to be pretty useful to you.
And hey, you can go do that right now if you wanted. That's not why we're here. So that's the video from the cell phone, and it's good. It looks good, but the audio quality.
Thanks for clicking on this video. If you guys want to go ahead and click that subscribe button.
It's a little echoey, right? Yeah, it's definitely a little echoey. Now this clip right here, if we were to isolate that clip, this clip is why is my mind blanking? This clip was recorded on our audio interface. So when I have him recording in the studio, not only do we have the cell phone camera, aimed on him, we also have that microphone that you see right in front of him there. It's the microphone I've got right here. It's also, I hit it. No. It's the microphone that I have right here that you also see in front of him there, with the white circle. And it's the microphone, all right? That is a Audio-Technica AT2020 microphone, in case anyone's interested in that. It's a fantastic microphone, and I hooked it up to a Scarlett audio interface. I've got two interfaces over here. I've got an 18i8 and a 6i6. Different reasons for both of them. But just to return to this real quick. We isolate the cell phone footage. This is what it sounds like. Thanks for clicking on this video.
Thanks for clicking on this video. If you guys want to go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell icon so that...
Okay, now if we isolate just the audio, it sounds like this.
Thanks for clicking on this video. If you guys want to go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you don't miss any of our real anime training workouts, that's going to be pretty useful to you.
Okay, that sounds so much better, and I don't think that you'd have any problem seeing that this is just plain and simple a better audio. It sounds cleaner. There's no echo. It's just perfect, and I absolutely love how that works. And here comes my Emrin. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You're good? You want to say hi to the wonderful people? Say hello, you wonderful people.
Hello, you mama people.
Yeah, it's a good girl. We're all sick today in the house. Also, I've got Koto Sensei over here to keep me company while I am editing videos. Also, yeah, Emery, you see Koto Sensei? Mm-hmm. Say hello, Koto Sensei.
Hello, Cookie.
Oh, are you gonna take him away from me?
No.
Oh, okay, thank you. Hello, unsubscribe, please. Welcome to the. Wait, I thought you said you weren't taking him from me.
I did.
I did. Okay, well.
People, I see that.
Anyway, unsubscribe, please. Yes, it is your first comment. Welcome to the stream. As I was saying, before everyone came in and stole Koto Sensei from me. Give me that back. Give me back Koto Sensei. Give him back here. Anyway. I don't actually need him for stream for anything, but whatever. It's a nice little prop to have, you know? Anyway, the audio on the interface here is so much cleaner. It sounds better.
Thanks for clicking on this video. If you guys want to go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you don't miss any of it.
Now, I also understand that you're not hearing this audio directly from the computer. One of the reasons I don't like Mac anymore is that there is a major problem. Thank you, sweetheart. There's a major problem in which... Is my videos, is my streaming like really bad right now? That's weird. Yes, hi honey. Not right now, honey, okay? Daddy is streaming, okay? Daddy's editing. Daddy's at work. Okay? Okay, bye-bye. No, I can't hold you right now, honey. I'm sorry. One of the major problems with Apple is that if you're trying to stream something with OBS or anything really, there's no way, no standard, built-in way for it to actually output the audio from the desktop itself, from the computer itself. What are you doing? So you'd be so distracting. I'm sorry for that. Emran, honey, would you please go see mommy?
Mommy, pee.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, so you're not hearing the audio directly from the computer, you're hearing it from the microphone. So when I say, oh, this audio is much cleaner, it probably sounds cleaner, but it also probably doesn't sound as clean as it usually does when you watch a video on our thing. That said, if we go back here, and take off the isolation thing, the audio that we've got here is a lot better. Now, of course, the audio here in the gym isn't going to have a microphone. In fact, it's going to be completely unusable because they like to play really loud music in the gym. You alright, honey? Okay. Can you go see Mama? Okay. So anyway, those clips are completely unusable, which is why they're always muted when we do a video, because you wouldn't hear him, you would hear the music playing over the speakers. So we just go ahead and we mute that entirely. Just get rid of the audio. It's gone. It's muted. No more worrying about it. So we have two individual clips here. We got this longer clip. It's about 18 minutes long. We got this clip, which is 5 minutes long, and YouTube says the stream is healthy, but it keeps freezing on me. I'm not really sure why. So anyway, okay, so also YouTube was telling me I didn't need to actually see anybody's comments, which is really stupid, because I would like to see your comments as they come up. So anyway, we've got these two clips, and then we have the gym clip. Well, hey, unsubscribe, please. 20 million subscribers would be incredible. But I think we would we'd settle for $1 million. We'd settle for $500,000. We'd settle for being around where Jack's Blade is, But the thing is, we really want to put in as much quality into these videos as we can, because when we're talking about your health and your fitness, this is the kind of stuff that you don't want to skimp out on. We really think this stuff needs to be top quality, top content, never slacking off in those areas. So that's why sometimes these videos don't come out as often as they could, because we are struggling to make sure we get the best footage for you, so that way you've got the best quality instruction. One of the things we went to yesterday, we went and scoped out a rock climbing gym because we're doing Baki month in February, and one of the workouts is the Skorsky prison climb workout, which is one of the prisoners in the new Baki anime. And if you know anything about that, you know that there's a lot of rock climbing involved there. And so we were scoping out a rock climbing gym yesterday. They're under construction, but they did say we'd be able to come by later this week and get some filming done there. So we're looking forward to that. big plans. We can't wait to see how that turns out. Now then, let's see. I'm glad you can't wait. So anyway, we've got this clip here, so we got to figure out where this starts. I have not actually watched this stuff. I usually leave the room when Steven is filming. That way, I don't cough or mess up a take. So whenever I get the whole thing set up, and then I leave the room and I let him do his recording thing, and then I come back to wrap it all up after he's done. So let's see here. So this clip right here is playing. There's a black screen because the audio of the microphone was recording before the camera was recording. So it's playing the audio before there was any film. Okay, now we have the camera recording. So we'll be able to see what happens next. Which reminds me, before we do anything else, and this is something I have forgotten before, and it really is a problem, to make sure you don't create extra work for yourself. If you're doing with a green screen like this on multiple clips, or clips you're going to be chopping up into pieces, you want to click the keyer and drag it right on top of that clip. And you want to do it before you do any other editing, because otherwise you wind up with this issue. Oh wow, we have a cropping issue there. Ooh, that's not good. It's fixable, but it's not good. Okay, so in this case, we're going to have to. There we go. Get rid of that white space there. And we also might want to get rid of this little brown space. There we go. All right, so for the most part, this stuff is going to look pretty all right. Shouldn't have really any big issues there. This is always funny when like I open up a door, or whether there's a door opening here, and like I'll just like walk out here. Okay, like, here I am. I got my lunch. Like, bye. I just like walk into the abyss, because there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
Hey.
Hi, honey. You all right?
Yeah, I'll put it in my tummy.
Okay, cool. Oh, you feel sick to your tummy again?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, guys, my daughter threw up last night twice. So we took her to the hospital. Or not the hospital. What am I talking about? It wasn't that big of a deal. We took her to the doctor. Stomach bug. I may have it too. You only use iMovie. Unsubscribe, please. So if you use iMovie and ever want to upgrade, $300 Final Cut Pro may seem steep, but if you are using iMovie, it's going to be really easy to adjust to Final Cut because it's basically iMovie with a ton more features, and it's totally worth getting into. Stream Health still says it's good, so that's awesome. Swan Hernandez, here comes our mod. Welcome to the stream, my friend. You took Koro Sensei away. Give me back Koro Sensei. Give me back Koro Sensei. So anyway, now that we've got these this stuff, the green screen removed from the footage, I have to go to where? Okay, I gotta have to open up open my libraries. Where's the elements? Okay, so honey, all right, if you're going to go, I need you to go. Okay, you be very loud. All right, honey. Okay, you can stay in here. You can play with the plushie. It's fine. So one of the things here that I have is I've got a library for Final Cut Pro, just called Elements, and I've got drone footage from I've got a drone, and I've got footage from the drone for like B-roll stuff. Not something I often need to use, but if I ever need it, I've got it. I've also got some prism leaks, which is good for making footage look, more cinematic, but it's got to be used in the right way, But then I got backgrounds. And Dragon Ball Super trailer number 3 is not a background that does not need to be there. Move that to the trash. It shouldn't be there. So this isn't necessarily just, still backgrounds, but it is. So right here, we've got some pictures from Barnes & Noble. You might recognize these images. I took these pictures down at our local Barnes & Noble. I actually went to the the manga section, and I grabbed every manga, or at least one, copy of every manga that I knew that that Steven has workouts for, has made workouts for, and is planning on making workouts for. And when I, went there and did that, oh, you can't even see this. What are you doing? Okay, so now you should be able to see it. So I grabbed mangas for all this stuff, and I shoved it into the into certain spaces. So now instead of it just being, let's see here. If I go here, instead of it just being plain old mangas, just randomly. We've got Attack on Titan, we got Full Metal Alchemist, we got Fairy Tail, we got Dragon Ball Super, we got Naruto, we've got Blue Exorcist, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because people have requested JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I shoved that in there and make sure we'd get that in there, because I know eventually we're going to do something like that. We've got Berserk over here, we've got Alita, which I think Steven either has a workout for or is planning on doing at some point. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. And what's that? What's that? Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff here, bunch of references, and this is what we use for the backdrop. And I got it from multiple angles, so I use this during the end card, and sometimes I might use this one. Might get a close up like this. We might, stuff like that. And here's our anime trainer bumper. This is what we use when we do the opening, and then this is the romantic ending song. So that's the whole version, the remix that I made for the ending credits, or the ending of all of our videos. So now with that said, we're gonna head back here, and I'm just gonna literally just grab this image, drag it over here. I'm going to extend it all the way out to here, and then I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out to cover the whole screen, and then some. Move it like this so that it looks like Steven's a little bit taller than he actually is, because he's short. And there you go. That's literally all it takes to get the background in there. So then I'm going to go ahead and select all 3 clips. So the 2 different clips of him on the green screen, and then the backdrop, the Barnes & Noble backdrop. I'm going to select all 3 of them, hit right click, hit new compound clip, and I'm going to call this the RAT warm up parentheses studio. So this is the stuff that we filmed in the studio, all in one big clip, all with the exact same name, and I'm not going to have to worry too much about trying to find clips after this, because they're all going to be labeled the same thing. And this, of course, is from the gym, so I'm going to go ahead and rename this clip. And we're going to rename it to RAT Warm-Up, parentheses, Gym. There we go. That's how that's going to work. Yeah, I know, honey. I'm sorry you did, but we took care of you, though. My daughter's been walking around all day today saying, I threw up. I threw up. I mean, yes, I know. You're good now, though. It's okay. You've had your medicine. It's good. Anyway, so now that we've got that, we're going to go back here and we're going to watch. So obviously now that we've got, so now that there was black footage here before, there was like no video footage. Okay. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Amber, if you're going to be in here, I need you to keep it down, all right, honey? I'm sorry. Can you go see Mommy? See, you can take your chalkboard with you. Yeah, you can take it downstairs. She's putting it under her arm and heading downstairs now, I think. Okay, bye-bye, honey. Love you.
Bye-bye,
She says bye-bye to Steven because he's on the computer. She loves Steven. My daughter loves Steven. It's funny. Anyway, now that we've got this, close the door, honey.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, that's good. Steven says bye-bye. Okay, there we go. Very cute. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just real quickly try and figure out where this starts.
Every successful workout has one thing in common. They all begin with a good warm-up.
Okay, so that's where this video starts. That's going to be the first thing you see is Steven saying that. So we're going to delete everything from before it and then just let this be the beginning.
Every successful workout has one thing in common. They all begin with a good warm-up. I'm the anime trainer, and this is real anime training.
So this is a new format that we're experimenting with to see if this looks good, works well with everything. So we'd make a cut there, and then I would drag the opening in between these 2 clips. And let's see here. So
I'm the anime trainer.
And this is real anime training. And then it cuts to this. Okay, we don't want... Okay, so this thing is actually kind of long. It's actually a 10-second long opening. And if you've watched our videos, you know I never keep it at 10 seconds. I usually cut it down. So I'm probably going to just go here where it's fading in this time. And that, if I cut that out, that's 1 second cut out. And then after it fades in like that... I'll just cut it there, and this is another 5 seconds to cut out. So that, okay, now it's a 3-second opening. Much better. Excuse me. Okay, So, that done, we're going to go ahead into a previous project. Let's go to the Broly full program since that's the last one that we did. And we're going to hop in there. And literally all I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this, hold the command button, click on this, and that will be all I click on for right now. So I'm going to copy these and head on back. And if I paste it here, this should give us. All right, so yeah, this is exactly what we need. So this is the subtitle, the title of this episode. Of course, it's not the complete Broly building program. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to delete that, and we're going to type in the real anime training warm up, and I'm going to drag it down a little bit so it's not cutting into the logo itself. And I'm going to apply a dissolve effect on it so that it fades in just like the logo itself. So it's not going to be, it's never really fancy with the episode title, but there we go. Now usually what I would do, I'm not really sure what I was doing here. Woo! That's funny. What I would usually do after the opening title is I'd put in footage of the anime we were referencing. I am now posed with the problem because we are not referencing any anime in this episode. So I actually don't know what I would put here. So I could put footage of Steven working out. I could put footage of Steven, I don't know, doing the actual warm-up, but it would be kind of weird to show footage of what we're going to show later in the beginning when we never do that before anyway. But I could try and find footage of anime characters warming up, or maybe doing stretches or something like that. Now, stretching isn't exactly warming up, so they are different things. So let's see if I can find some footage here. You're not gonna see what I'm doing over here, but I'm going onto YouTube right now. And good to see the stream is still healthy, apparently. And you guys let me know if you see any problems, with this. I'm going to go ahead and go to YouTube and search for a video. Let's see. What are we going to look for here? I wonder if I can find footage of Ippo running. Because running is part of the warm-up, I don't know if I've got footage of him, if there's going to be footage of him running, per se. There are jumping jacks. I could probably just search, anime jumping jacks. Let's see here. That's not exactly... I don't know what that is. Let's see. So this is going to be very open, very loose here, because there's not really a specific thing I need to find. I'm not looking for anything from a specific series. I'm just looking for exercises that are in this particular warm-up routine. Let's look for anime jogging. None of this is actually anime jogging. Okay, hold on. Here's something. It's okay. I don't know about that. The One Punch Man fitness test, I don't think really would be the same thing either. It's not exactly what we're looking for. Probably a good thing to do would be look for footage from a sports anime. Sports anime training. Let's look. I believe somebody made an anime training montage for Steven a while back. I wonder if I'd be able to find that. I'm going to go ahead and mute this. Okay, so this is a montage of anime characters training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download this video. And I think the reason we'd use this footage would be specifically we'd use this footage, not because it has anything to do with the workout that we're talking about today, but because it's anime characters working out, And the whole point of a warm-up is you do this before you warm up to make sure you don't hurt yourself. So with that taken care of, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to drag... Nope, no. Wrong footage. I dragged the wrong footage in there. We're going to go ahead and delete this. And we're going to mute this. And we're also going to crop it so that it's, a little bit smaller. Remove the KineMaster logo from it because that doesn't really need to be in our video. It's a big fat logo. These companies just make the biggest watermarks. You gotta hate that. It's a bit of a pain. But now that we've done that, we can get footage of various people doing workouts. So we don't want to make it like a big deal here. We're not going to do that at all. So let's see here. I should probably get some music for this, and I think You Say Run would be a great one to go with, just off the top of my head. So let's get You Say Run. Mute that, please. Thank you. You Say Run. Because You Say Run goes with everything. Haven't you heard that You Say Run goes with everything? I'd love to find a cover from somebody, because when somebody does a cover, I love using covers because it lets me credit that person. When somebody does a cover, I get to put their name in the opening credits here and their YouTube channel and link to them in the description. That way they can get found through our video. All right, here's a You Say Run metal cover by Richard E.B. It's a little soft right now, but it's not bad. Let's see here. I like it. Also, this one has Jonathan Young's stamp of approval. It's one of the top comments here. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. Alright, we're going to download this, and we're going to give this guy credit and link him in the description of the video. It's not just common courtesy, it's really, it's just showing respect. You should never do this kind of stuff if you're not... You shouldn't put someone else's work in your video without permission. Or without at least giving credit like this. So we make sure to always give credit in multiple places. So when we do this stuff, we put their credit in the beginning of the video when the music starts. We put it at the end of the video during the end card. And we put a link to them in the description of our videos. So that way you can easily click the link and get there right away. Huh. Someone's message got deleted. But hello, Miura, whoever you are. Hope that wasn't a mod that deleted that, because if it was, why were you getting deleted by mods? Alright, so the first thing we're going to have to do here, just to be safe, is make sure that we're not including, end card music, because that could very well be a thing here. Probably best to just check to see if this person uses an end card like that in their video. Ah! Dang it. Sometimes I feel like I'm messing everything up. Oh, this is going to be real good to use here. Okay, so there's no audio after the music ends, so we can clip it right there where it ends, and I don't have to worry about talking suddenly showing up in the middle of our thing here. Alright, so now that's done, we're going to speed over here, and it's going to be a little dizzying, but and we're going to clip at the beginning, make sure it starts at the very beginning. Okay. Also, we probably want it to go start here. I'm going to go ahead and try and hit this thing. Sometimes this mouse isn't the most... Ah, there we go. And we also want to lower the volume so it doesn't blow anyone's eardrums off. So, I like to edit with my speakers set to 50% audio and leave it there. That way, it's definitely... This way I'll know... If I can hear 50% audio, if somebody has a device like a phone that has weak speakers, I don't have to worry about them not hearing anything. If they turn up to 100%, hopefully they should be able to hear it. And if I keep it at 50% and never change that, my ears should allow me to make sure that the audio is balanced, and at no point should I have to worry about it being really loud in one place and really soft in another place, and it not fitting or whatever. 100 Fred, please. You're definitely doing the Vegeta workout. Good luck with that, man. That's a hard one. But hey, if you can do it, that'd be awesome. All right, so just to make sure the audio sounds good here, we're going to start here.
And this is real anime training.
Okay, this. Let's see what happens if I turn that up a little bit.
And this is real anime training.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and lower the music a little bit more. Okay, and now I like to edit my footage to the beat of a song. So okay, and then I'm gonna edit it to Vegeta over here. I'm gonna cut this bit out. And then we're gonna cut it here and go over here. And we get these two running up the hill. I'm gonna cut to someone else. Just keep it moving, you know. I have not yet watched this show. You know, I've never watched what's this called? Naruto. I've never watched Naruto. Something I gotta get into, but being told there's a lot to watch if I'm gonna do that. All right, so let's just keep going back to the beginning a little bit, just to see exactly how it looks like as a full project rather than just editing little bit by little bit. All right, so that's pretty good. Hi, honey. How you doing? You're good? All right, good. All right, and I don't want to go back to any animes. Okay, so we can cut to Deku over here. Okay, that right there, I didn't even have to do any editing for this part, and it's great. Okay. I don't want to do that. So hang on. Okay. Ah. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna put a marker on the music because that's where the beat shifts, and I really want to switch to something else right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it here, and then I'm gonna cut it again right here, and then we're going to go ahead and add a speed effect here and just slow it down just enough, and we're gonna see how that looks. Okay, that worked out great. Okay, we're gonna cut to something else, but not My Hero Academia if we can help it, unless, you know, there's not a lot to pick from here, and if there's not a lot to choose from, then whatever, there's not a lot to choose from. Let's see. Goodness, all the coughing, so much coughing. Looks like a lot of the same stuff. Looks like a lot from the same shows. It's not a problem. It just means that we might be, you know, doing a lot of extra stuff here. This is good. This is good. Okay. So this is fine. So, in fact, what would it look like if we just did this? And also, I need to make sure I put the song credit here. So let's get the song credit done here. Last time it was Ultimate Battle English cover. This time it is You Say Run metal cover, and it is done by Richard. Wait, no, hold on. It's not Richard. It's Rich AAD capital E capital B. And I'm going to put a slash and then link in the description. You know what? Editing like this, unsubscribe, is purely done just through repetition. I learned everything I know about editing just from sheer willpower. I self-taught. I taught myself, and I looked up tutorials. Whenever I wanted to learn something new, I'd just look up new tutorials, and we would see what would happen. And wouldn't you know it, that was exactly what it took to get to a point where I could now do this regularly. You know. So now this is here. It's gonna pop up like this. You say run. You got the little white line covers up, sort of like a loading bar, and then it can disappear. So here we got Vegeta, and we got Rock Lee. Is that his name, right? And of course, it's Saitama. I have no idea who that is, but I'm sure Steven will know. And Deku. Okay, so yeah, I remember us doing this. This was like Disney Channel. This is real anime trending. You know, with like the doing the mouse ears. I think we were talking about a ProZD video when we did this, where he did like ProZD did a thing where it's like Ron Swanson doing the Disney Channel thing, and he was just. I think that's what we were talking about when we did this. This is just some us goofing off here. However, gag reel stuff like that doesn't go in the main part of the video, so we're gonna find where this starts. Actually, what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna put a marker here. We're gonna put a keyframe on the volume for the music. Play it for just a few frames, and then we're gonna drop it down like negative 35 decibels. Yeah, let's do negative 32. So then. Okay, so that might be a little bit too low. We don't want it to drop that far down. So let's do 25.
This is real anime.
I'm gonna have to put that into like, if I can make an effect where he does like the Mickey Mouse ear thing, that'd be funny. I should totally do that. I'm glad that you're enjoying this, subscriber. I hope this is educational, maybe, or give you some ideas. Let's see. I'm not even sure what noise that was for. Okay, so I think now it's just a matter of waiting until I actually leave the room.
Thanks for clicking on this video. If you guys want to go ahead and click that subscribe button, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to do me another. Alright guys, question of the day. You want to be a real Duff?
What? Okay, let's see here. What we got here?
You want to be a real Duff? You can donate $4 billion.
Okay, so yeah, that's just talking about what you should say next. So we don't do these things scripted. This is all done kind of impromptu, where we're trying to make sure it feels natural that way. We did scripting for a while. We even got a teleprompter set up, but... Hi, honey. But it turned out to not really be that useful because Steven felt a lot more stiff while reading off of it. Now that he does it this way, it's more, it feels more natural, you know? Hey, hun, I don't know if you... Can you go see mommy, please? I'm going to guess the answer to that is no. You're not going to go see your mother, are you? Okay. Okay. All right. Taking care of a sick family is fun. Anyway, let's see here. So, we're going to have him say...
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to do me another favor, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Okay. That's fine. I guess. And then I will move his name card there. Delete this portion. And now we've got...
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to do me another favor, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Okay, so the last time we did this video, I had it say at the top, the trainer formerly known as Broly, because it was a Broly video. Now we need to come up with a new name. We've done different jokes in the past, for the past few videos where we started doing this thing where it would say Steve Ross the anime trainer and like a fake tagline for him. Let's see here. What would you put here? Does somebody want to give me some ideas of what we could put here? Previously we've done things like former trainer to Paragus in a Broly video. We only really started doing the joke tagline in Broly videos, actually. So I think this is the first time we're going to do one where it's not going to be Dragon Ball. It's not going to be Broly related, you know? So we can come up with something else. That would be fun. And maybe we can get some audience input to figure out what exactly we should have in here. Does this phone actually let me see? Okay, we got a few people in here. Let's see here. What can we come up with, guys? What can we come up with? How about, let's see here. We could call him... See, it's hard because the other times I've done this, it was all Dragon Ball related, so I could be specific about Dragon Ball if I wanted to. This is not anime specific. And obviously, I wouldn't want to say he was like the trainer of, formerly the trainer of a real life person, because, you know, it's not a joke. That's false advertising, you know? Gotta cover your butt legally. Let's see. Okay, so this is where we start getting into just guesswork and making up as we go along. The man feared by... Wait, I didn't even hit the end button there. What the heck? The man feared by guinea pigs everywhere. I mean, it's a dumb option, you know. It's an option. We can call him trainer of men, aliens, and I don't know.
Are you for the Papa?
Amber, could you please go see Mommy?
She for tea.
I know Mommy feels sick. Everyone in this house feels sick right now.
No.
Oh. And there goes the little tears. Oh, hi, honey. Trainer of men, aliens, and hybrids. I mean, that kind of feels like a Dragon Ball reference right there, but I don't know. We could just leave it there, you know. I mean, train of men, aliens, and everything in between. I don't know. We're gonna leave it there. I don't want to waste too much time on just one little detail that most people won't even see, or, you know, it's only up there for like 3 seconds. So, and it's the smallest piece of text on the screen, so it might not even get noticed by many people. We just do it just to keep things fun. All right. So, what's the last thing? What is he saying here? Subscribe.
If you want to do me another favor, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Oh, don't worry, Swan. I am very loyal to this chat too. Don't worry.
If you want to be a real Duff, you can donate $4 billion. Alright guys, question of the day. What do you think makes a good warm-up, and how long should it last? Question of the day, guys. What do you think makes a good warm-up, and how long should that warm-up last? Go ahead and tell me in the comments, and we'll have a discussion.
Something new we're trying here. Whoa! Look at that! Look at that! Everything is floating in the middle of the bookstore. It's kind of crazy. Something new we're trying now with the new format thing involves us having him ask you a question at the beginning of the video that you can, you know, comment on right in the beginning, because people love to comment. And if we give you guys a question to answer. You can both comment whatever the heck it is you want to comment, and you can, answer the question. So it gives you more stuff to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and clip it here, and then go back.
Question of the day, guys.
Okay, so there's a bit of a break here. See that? So
click that subscribe button.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clip it right there. We're gonna try and take out this this excess space. It's only 5 frames of space, but those 5 frames of space can become a little awkward.
Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Question of the day, guys.
See, that looks better.
What do you think makes a good warm up, and how long should that warm up last?
Also, the longer this music goes on, the more I realize that it actually is a little bit too loud. So we're gonna actually create another keyframe over here so that it kind of it gets lower over time. So we're gonna make this negative 33 decibels now, and we're gonna hear how that goes.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to do me another favor, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button.
And the audio is still going down.
Guys, what do you think makes a good warm up, and how long should that warm up last? Go ahead and tell me in the comments, and we'll have a discussion.
All right, so that's where the opening stuff ends, and now we're going to be getting into the big stuff, I think. So of course I got to figure out where. Okay, so Steven's here, door's there. We have to wait until I leave. Okay, goodbye, Duffy. Okay.
Here we
go. Okay. All right. Clear your throat.
Warming up is an important portion of anime training on the anime training.
Okay, yeah, you've done that already.
Real anime training warm up is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. It's a full body warm up.
Okay, hold on. Did you talk about the warm ups elsewhere?
And today it's warm up time. We already have the real
Hello, Aniko.
On the channel as an old video.
Okay, so yeah, we've got him talking about the old video now, so we're gonna definitely deal with that. Hey, Aniko, if you are welcome to the stream, my friend. Aniko is part of Origin Stories Twitch channel, which you can go to by going to twitch.tv/SSJDuffy and hit the follow button, because I do gaming stuff there. Though I'm not going to be doing any gaming stuff this week because, of course, my stupid computer just had to be like, you know what, I don't really want to connect to the internet anymore. And that's the streaming computer. Like I said earlier, I use Mac for video editing and only video editing. I have a PC that I use for everything else by streaming my gaming and stuff like that. But that's not happening for a while. Geek Squad said I'll get it back by Saturday. Let's hope everything turns out okay. So in the meantime, I'm just streaming some video editing. So glad to have you here, Annika. And of course, Swan and Unsubscribed. Just glad to have you all here. So right now we are trying to figure out exactly where to cut this and start the Steven's monologue here. So
Anime training, I'm the anime trainer, and today it's warm-up time.
Okay, so if I cut it here, let's see what this sounds like if we start it from there.
Go ahead and tell me in the comments, and we'll have a discussion. We already have the real anime training warm-up on the
it's
channel
all right.
as an old video, but we're going to go ahead and update that for you guys to give it a little bit more flair.
Flair. Okay, the way he did that, I feel like I need to have glitter just kind of go, whoo, it's like a little sparkle thing. You know what? But of course, my first thought is, oh, we should have something, glitzy. We should have something that's really cringeworthy there. It's like, not cringeworthy, I guess. It gaudy. Something gaudy. Something that's be gaudy in an ironic sense. However, because we're anime themed, we could do glitter, but it could be like Alex Louise Armstrong glitter. The purple diamond glitter thing that happens over her shoulder. But that is for special effects, and then something I'll probably do later on, if I do it at all. There are other ways I could probably, fit something like that in. So let's see if we can figure out a way to do that without wasting a ton of time. Not that. There is there's a title in here somewhere that I think I could probably make work for these purposes. And is it on the other side of all this stuff, really? Oh, let's see here. Thought it would have been up there, but okay. Let's see. That's Boogie Lights. Boogie Lights isn't what I'm looking for. It's like a magic, glitter thing that opens up with, it presents text to the viewer. Clear field of view, fold, formal four corners, glow, gradient. I have so many titles in this thing that I don't even use most of. It's just an issue. But I can't really get rid of them all because it just won't let me. I'm not seeing it, and that's a little weird because I feel like I should be able to find it pretty dang easily. Huh. It was like one of those title options that I've never used, to be fair. Everybody dance now? Well, I don't have a problem with that. Y'all go ahead and get dancing. I was actually thinking about getting Just Dance, one of the Just Dance games, to supplement my cardio with. So I'm not always doing fitness boxing on the Switch for cardio. I can mix it up with some dancing. I enjoy dancing. I'll break out into some dancing every once in a while. Got to get my cardio up. Got to be consistent with it. It's been very difficult for me to do that lately. Motivation has been running on low. I'm really worried about that. I don't want to see me waste a whole year here. I feel like I'm doomed to waste a whole year here, you know, without making any progress. Here we go, pixie dust. This is what I was looking for. Okay, so.
Update that for you guys to give it a little bit more.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is this is where he does the thing with his hands, right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going... Yeah, I think I'm going to be getting Just Dance and doing that. Because I feel like I would probably enjoy it even more than the fitness boxing thing. Because I will just dance like crazy. Wait, why are there two Swan Hernandezes here? Okay, that's concerning. I hope I modded the right one. I'm assuming I did. Just gonna hope that I did. I'm pretty sure I did. But welcome, other Swan Hernandez. So we're gonna make this little pixie dust effect where he snaps his fingers. So flare. So the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna first of all delete the text. There's gonna be no text in this. See that? We don't even need the text. We just need this thing to do what it needs to do. Okay, well, I hope so, Swan. I hope so. Otherwise, we've got ourselves a scroll issue here, and we're going to have to kill one of you. Or both of you. I don't know. Does anyone know how to detect scrolls over the internet? Alright, so this is going to be Pixie Dust 1. Steven has no idea that we're going to be putting Pixie Dust in here. But I think it'll be funny once he sees it. Transform! So, because this is kind of where it's starting here, let's see.
Flare. A bit more. Give it a little bit more flare.
Okay, that's good. I like that. So we're going to copy this. We're going to paste it above here. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to change we're going to flip it. So negative 100%. And then going to move it over here. So now, watch this.
The channel as an old video, but we're going to go ahead and update that for you guys to give it a little bit more flare.
I think that's good. I also think that it could be a little better though. So let's offset this a bit so it's not like a perfect mirror, you know. Heck, we could actually straight up just like, you know, change the angle at which it's going.
A bit more flare.
How's that look to you guys? Does that look good? I'm not sure how good of quality you're able to see over on the stream right now. Actually, it's not necessarily doing great.
A little bit more.
Okay, so I'm going to put a marker here. And then we want the pixie dust. Really want the pixie dust to start happening like there. So let's try this.
To give it a little bit more flare.
Oh, that might be a little bit too... Okay, like this.
A little bit more flare.
I think that's good. I think I'm good with that. If I could done this at all, will that be a problem?
You guys to give it a little bit more flare.
That's good. All right, we're going to cut this right there. and then see what else we can get him to say here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the smiley faces.
Real MMA training warm-up is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. It's a full body warm-up, and it can be used for just about any workout. It's priming all of the muscles of the body for movement in multiple...
Aniko, I use Final Cut Pro X exclusively. I think it is not only easier and more fluid to use than things like Adobe Premiere, but I can tell you from experience, it is way more stable than Premiere. I used Final Cut for a long time. Then I thought I should try Premiere, and I got a trial of it. In fact, I started paying for it, and I really thought it would be a good idea to keep using it, but it would always crash on me. It was the only app I had that would always consistently crash on me. I would lose so much work because the dang thing wouldn't auto-save sometimes, and then it just became more of a hassle than anything else. So I swear by Final Cut Pro X. It is the only reason I use a Mac anymore, and yeah, that's what I use. Thanks for the question.
In multiple different planes, so it is very useful for a general warm-up. If you have certain
Okay, so there we have a something where you had to stop talking for a second. So let's see here. This happens a lot where he'll be talking, and then he'll stop, or he'll like mess up something, like his sentence will get messed up, and so he'll have to think about how he's going to say it again. In order to do that, we're just gonna look ahead and make sure that that's not the only time, or we're gonna check to make sure that's the only time that he's done that. So here,
if you have
okay, so that's
certain workouts might need a more specific warm up, but this is something that you can just kind of use in general.
Okay, so that's the end of a thought. Good. So he starts it off with certain
workouts might need a more specific warm up.
Okay.
Multiple different planes. So it is very useful for a general warm up. If you have a general warm up.
All right. So that's where we're going to cut this, and we're going to then cut here, and then delete that. So now it should play out pretty nicely.
So it is very useful for a general warm-up. Certain workouts might need a more specific warm-up, but this is something that you can just kind of use in general.
And then he looks at his phone to just make sure he knows what he's saying next.
All right, to start off, we're going to do 15 jumping jacks.
Okay, so
those are at a...
like I said before, at the gym, they're blasting, the radio, usually rap music or something like that. It's not a place we can record audio in because it would be useless. So when he's here doing the studio recording, right here against the green screen, he'll do his opening monologue and stuff, and then he'll go right into explaining the workout in the exact same place that he is already. And then I just overlay the workout footage over him, which is why sometimes we can go back and forth, from exercise to him talking against the green screen. So now that we're doing this, he's going to say...
All right, start off, we're going to do 15 jumping jacks. Want to make sure that...
Because we know that's where it starts, we can now zoom all the way out, grab the RET warm-up gym video, and drag it over here where we're starting to talk about the workout itself, and just get to going. So let's see.
In general. All right, start off, we're going to do 15 jumping jacks. Want to make sure that those are at a good clip.
All right, so you can see here where there's this long gap. Like you see these bumps here, these light blue bumps against the darker blue frame. That's the audio waveforms. So when there's light blue bumps here, that just shows that he's talking. When it kind of peters out and it's just a small line at the bottom here that you can barely see, that means he's not talking at the time. So I know that this whole section right here isn't even used at all. So he definitely had a brain fart here. So we're gonna see where it stops.
At a good clip.
Okay, so I'm guessing that he didn't like how he said.
Want to make sure that those are at a good.
He says we want to make sure those are at a good clip. So he probably realized he said that. Want to rethink how to say it better. So let's see here.
All right, start off. We're going to do 15 jumping jacks.
Okay, I'm assuming he's not going to repeat that part where he says we're to start off. We're going to do 15 jumping jacks. So we're gonna cut it right there, and we're gonna skim to where the audio waveform picks up again. We're gonna cut here and see what happens.
All right, the first exercise we're going to start with is 15 jumping jacks.
I was wrong. I was wrong because he did say it again. Good job. Good job, Duffy. You know Steven so well.
We're going to make sure that we have a nice, wide...
Okay, he didn't like that either.
Make sure that we pull our arms back nice and wide, and we've got those arms relatively straight, slight bend to the elbow, and we're going to have the arms come up all the way over the head and lightly touch. We're not necessarily clapping or anything, just lightly touch over the head with palms facing forward.
Okay, that's probably the end of the jumping jack thing.
As those arms come out,
okay, so we're going to cut here because we know this was the end of a complete thought, and we're starting a new one that's getting interrupted already. So we're going to go ahead and cut out this interrupted thought.
As those arms come up and out, you are simultaneously jumping out to the side, and you're going to bounce back in and bring the arms back down to the side. That is 1 repetition. You're going to repeat that for 15 reps. Okay,
now I'm already on sit-ups. And since we had jumping jacks, push-ups, and now he's doing sit-ups. And in all that time, that's how long it took for us to get to finish off his jumping jack spiel. So we're gonna actually move that over there for a second. We're gonna delete these 2 pieces of audio, and we're gonna go ahead and make sure that this is gonna go smoothly.
All right, the first exercise we're gonna start with is 15 jumping jacks, and we're gonna make sure that we have a nice wide. We're gonna make sure. All right. We're gonna start with is 15 jumping jacks.
All right, we got to cut it right there. Sometimes Steven, I don't, he doesn't do it on purpose to me or anything like that. But sometimes he'll stop a thought, like his thought will get interrupted, or he'll stop saying something, take a second to think about it, and then he'll pick it back up from one of the phrases he was saying. Unfortunately, sometimes when he does that, the phrase that he's picking it up from is like smushed with the phrase beforehand. So if I don't cut it just right, you will hear remnants of a deleted phrase when the video plays. So this is very precise work, but I think I got it on the first try here. So in order to tell for certain, we're going to delete this here portion of the clip. Delete that. We're going to see here.
All right, the first exercise we're going to start with is 15 jumping jacks. We're going to make sure that we pull our arms back nice.
Okay, that's probably good enough. When I'm doing something like this, I like to close my eyes and just focus on what I can hear. And if it sounds all right, usually that's the best I'm going to be able to get. Because it would be better if I had more space to work with there. I just don't, though. And the reason that that space would be better to have here, because when you talk, if I say 2 phrases, if I say, my daughter is sick and we took her to the doctor, you know what I said there. There are 2 distinct phrases there. But if I said, my daughter is sick and we took her to the doctor, because there's that space there, when I say sick, it there's that little taper out where it goes from being my foot is mirrored here. Okay, so for you guys it would look like this. So when I say sick at the end of that first phrase, it's gonna go down a little bit. That the waveform goes down, and then starts going back up when I say my next phrase. However, if they're smushed right next to each other, there's no space for it to go down. It's just kind of bumpy, I don't know if this makes sense, the way I'm explaining it, but essentially, excuse me, essentially what this does is when there's no space there and I'm trying to cut in there, I can't leave extra space because his words aren't getting a chance to peter down originally. They're not leveling out towards the bottom after he says the first phrase. So we have to cut them really close together and make it really tight. So let's see if this is as good as we can get it.
All right, the first exercise we're going to start with is 15 jumping jacks. We're going to make sure that we pull our arm.
I don't like it, but again, I'm not sure if I can do any better. Let's try and trim this a little bit.
15 jumping jacks. We're going to make sure that we pull our arm.
That actually sounds a little bit better. It sounds a little rushed, but it also sounds a little bit better. And to make it a little bit less jumpy, a little bit less rushed, is I'm going to let us actually see Steven here when he says that first portion of it, and then cut to the jumping jacks. So now it's going to look like this.
All right, the first exercise we're going to start with is 15 jumping jacks. We're going to make sure that we pull our arms back nice and wide, and we've got the...
So when somebody's watching a video of yours, and if you, especially if you're a video editor, if you want to edit videos, I think this could be really useful for you to listen to what I got to say here. When you are editing a video and you got to do something like this, where the audio is going to be like, if you're listening to that video, you can tell it ain't going to sound perfect. If you are at a point where that's your issue, making the visuals jump like this from this to this is very drastic. It's a very drastic change, because this first of all, they're obviously two different scenes. Steven is wearing different clothes. Steven is shaved here and he's not shaved here. The lighting here is bright, where here we have a black backdrop. It's a jolt, you know, and a jolt's not bad normally, and in this case it's beneficial, because I think that if this was not an issue, if you didn't have this in here at all and you just played it like this,
15 jumping jacks. We're going to make sure that we pull...
There's an obvious jump. And if there's no visual cues at all... oh, wait. I just disabled the entire clips. If there's no visual cues at all...
15 jumping jacks. We're going to make sure that we pull...
It could still... somebody with a very keen ear like mine would probably be able to tell, oh yeah, that something just happened there. Like, they might not know what it was, but it would be enough to make them think, oh, that sounded a little off. But if you've got a visual jump like this, no one, except for me, the person who did the editing and knows exactly what's wrong here, no one's going to really be able to tell something's wrong, because their eyes are going to be too focused on a sudden jump to a different scene.
15 jumping jacks. We're going to make sure that we pull our arms...
So, making sure that cut is right there, and so we're cutting the audio and the video at the exact same time. That's going to present the viewer with stimulus to the eyes that's going to distract them from the audio issue. If we were like, you know, a studio, I'd probably, like a full-fledged studio, I'd probably just pull Steven in here for reshoots, but we don't have the kind of time. We're a YouTube channel. In fact, just to make this a little bit better, I'm gonna make a couple extra audio edits right here. And we're gonna see how this sounds.
Jumping jacks. We're gonna make sure that we pull our arms back.
Let's do that again.
15 jumping jacks. We're gonna make sure that we pull our arms back nice and wide. And
I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. So let's give that a try. Yeah, you can always. It's like a magician. Like any magician will tell you, it's not about doing magic. It's about taking the audience's attention and drawing it somewhere else while you're doing something that would be so obviously wrong. So if you can distract them with visual cues, then you can avoid the audio cut sounding too unnatural. Hello, Son Pennington. You are new, but you are welcome here. Welcome to the Anime Trainer channel. My name is John Duffy. I am the editor-in-chief. I guess I can call myself that, right? I do all the editing. And the guy on screen doing jumping jacks here is Steven Ross, the Anime Trainer. So welcome to the channel, and tonight I'm just editing the next video. You are welcome to watch. So now that we got that out of the way, we can pretty much let Steven continue talking and not have to worry about it.
We're going to make sure that we pull our arms back nice and wide, and we've got those arms relatively straight, slight bend of the elbow, and we're going to have the arms come up all the way over the head and lightly touch. We're not necessarily clapping or anything, just lightly touch over the head with palms facing forward. As those arms come up and out, you are simultaneously...
Okay, so now here's another issue that we get with Steven a lot, is that his explanation for how to do an exercise lasts longer than the actual demonstration. Now, unfortunately, so with most RAT videos, if that's the case, I'll just, you know, loop the exercise until he's done talking. However, in this instance, the real anime training warm-up is being filmed all in one go. Unlike most of our workout videos that we do, where I film him doing one exercise, and then I film him doing the next exercise, and film him doing the next exercise, you know, until we have all the footage, and then I just edit together in post. This is all one continuous shot. The entire warm-up is done in one shot. That way, anyone can just watch it and do it at the same time, and not have to worry about the editing jumping all over the place and, you know, them getting lost. So because of that, we're going to have to decide whether or not to cut out some of the more finer explanations here. Because he's going to be talking about form, and form is important, but the main purpose of this video is for you to be able to follow along and warm up for your exercise, whatever it is, while doing this.
As those arms come up and out, you are simultaneously jumping out to the side.
Did your mother give you a cookie? Okay, enjoy that cookie.
And you're going to bounce back in and bring the arms back down to the side.
Okay, so like these are jumping jacks. Jumping jacks aren't the most difficult thing to understand. You can pretty much glean what you need to glean from the actual footage of him doing the jumping jacks. I'm going to go ahead and make the aggressive punch. Hey, Steve and I have been working together for over a year now. We know each other very well. I think that he understands. Sometimes I've got issues with how these things go, and we talk this stuff through sometimes. Luckily, Steven has seen me work with this stuff well enough that, for the most part, he trusts my creative judgment here to make cuts where I think are needed. So we are going to cut out most of this explanation.
In and bring the arms back down to the side. That is.
Okay.
Next exercise is 15. Next thing you're going to do is 15 push-ups.
Okay, so what did you say?
Next thing you're going to do is.
Okay, so next thing you're going to do is 15 push-ups. So we're going to take that, we're going to take this, and we're going to delete it.
With palms facing forward. Next thing you're going to do is 15 push-ups.
Yeah, see, that lines up perfectly.
Straight line from your shoulder all the way to your heel. Elbows tucked in nice and tight. Turn those palms out so that your forefinger and thumb are making a nice check mark, and that you are.
Okay, so we're gonna have to make a cut there. So let's see here.
And really be solid with that form. It's only 15 reps. Really focus on the form.
Okay, so that's the end of what he says for about push-ups. So we know that's where it's gonna end. What did he say here?
And really be solid.
Okay, really be solid.
And that you are.
Okay, so we're going to cut this out. That's a whole 12 seconds. I really hope that this lines up all right. Okay, so this doesn't line up as well as I'd like it to be honest. There's a good chunk of time here where he's still doing push-ups, but he's not talking about it anymore. And that could be remedied by a couple of things. First things first, we might... See, I don't think I cut out any finer explanations here about setups or push-ups. Honey, I need you to not touch the microphone, please, okay? Yeah, microphone. Is unsubscribe the Piccolo? I don't know. Are you? Are you Piccolo?
Are you Pipio?
I am not Piccolo, honey.
Are you my daddy?
I am your daddy, yes.
How's that?
That's a microphone. So let's see. To figure this out, we're gonna have to make a cut. Not a cut. We could speed up the exercise a little bit, but that would be kind of hard to do because he's already doing these push-ups pretty fast.
Nice check mark.
Which I'm sure you can agree that's pretty fair paced. And if I were to speed that up, I think it'd be very hard for somebody to keep up with it all. You know. We might just need to have a blank space here where no audio, where no talking is going on, you know?
Really
let's see here.
On the form.
So we're just going to let it continue.
The next exercise is 15. Follow that up with 15 sit-ups.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm lucky because this doesn't start till here.
And follow that up with 15 sit-ups.
So I'm going to mute this entirely. And then when he starts to get up from his push-up, we're going to go ahead and cut it here. So now he'll get right into that. So, yeah, little dead air, but because you got the music, you know, it's pretty okay.
During warm-up, we had it more sort of like a curl-up motion. There's a lot of bend to the spine.
Steven.
Since that time, done a lot more research and.
Okay, so he's actually talking about how he's made adjustments to this now, so it's no longer the same warm-up routine it was back when he first wrote this. So we're going to want to make sure we include whatever he's saying there, so let's see.
In the original Real Anime Training warm-up, we had it more sort of like a curl-up motion. There was a lot of bend to the spine.
Dada.
Yes, honey. Want me to hold you? All right, just for a little bit, honey. Come here.
Is that for you,
Yes, I need you. No docking though, okay? As best as you can.
A lot of bend to the spine. Since that time, done a lot more research and found out that we really don't want to do that. We want to maintain a straight line as much as possible from the shoulder to the hip, and we want to try to sit up with as much of a straight back as possible. It's okay to have a little bit of flexion in the top portion of the abdominals and the upper spine, but we really want to try to maintain as much of a natural lumbar curve as possible. They even make some things that are like ab mats that you can put under your lumbar spine so that it maintains that in the bottom laying position.
All right, so that's a lot of information, and he's still doing those push-ups. So let's see how much longer we have until those push-ups. Oh, well, that's it. That's pretty good timing. So we're just going to let him finish out that last push-up there.
We're going to follow that with 15 squats. We want to make sure that we've got our feet just outside our hips. We're going to keep that chest up, and we're going to move with our hips first. We're going to push those hips back.
Is that mine?
That's mommy's plushie, but you can hold on to it.
While in this position, I want you to think about
Okay, so... Yes, that's mommy's.
Follow that with 15 squats.
Okay, so sometimes when I want to just make sure I get through this a little bit faster, I'll hit the L key while it's playing, and then I'll actually speed up the playback without actually changing the speed of the clip. So.
With 15 squats, we want to make sure that we've got our feet just outside our hips. We're going to keep that chest up, and we're going to move with our hips first. We're going to push those hips back, and then the knees are going to follow slightly after that. While in this position,
okay, so there's no cuts there. That's good. My power level is not 9,000. What are you talking about? We actually have a video that tells you how to calculate your power level, and mine is like 3, 4, something like that. I don't know. I think I'm weaker than farming with a shotgun. You saying hello to them? Say hello.
Hello.
Say I'm sick.
I see.
Say I threw up.
I threw up.
Say I like Goku.
I Coco.
Do you like Vegeta?
Yeah.
You like Gohan?
Yeah.
Do you like Piccolo?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. She loves Dragon Ball. Oh, let's see here. So anyway, we're gonna
slightly after that.
Okay, so we're gonna break the audio right there because then he says we don't need that. So we're gonna just cut that portion out. Keep him going.
In this position, I want you to think about keeping the weight in your heel to mid-foot area. You're driving through that because you're driving through that part of your foot. Do not let your weight roll to your.
Okay, so let's see.
In this position, I want you to think about keeping the weight in
Hi,
your heel to
Daddy.
mid-foot area.
Yeah, hi, honey.
Dada.
What's about 1 million? Power level? No, power level not 1 million. When Duffy is not fat Duffy, then he may have power level that is high, but not yet. I have a ways to go, my friends, but I'll get there. One of the things, don't just put Cora Sensei in front of the webcam, honey.
Hey,
Anybody watch Assassination Classroom? That's what that's from. Let's see here. Love you. I was telling Steven the other day, I know I didn't lose the weight that I wanted to last year. I actually lost a bunch of weight and then gained most of it back. But something did change, and that would be my... okay, honey, I don't want you to play with that, honey, okay? No playing with that. The thing that did change the most would be my attitude, my mindset. I no longer hate myself. I no longer feel like anything I do is doomed to failure. So even with all the failures from last year, I no longer feel like I'm, a perpetual failure. No longer hate myself. I firmly believe that I can get where I want to go. So that's great, and I can't wait to see what this year brings in terms of weight loss and strength and whatnot. That said, we still have a video to edit, so let's see.
Driving through that part of your foot.
That is TST. She calls him TST.
Posterior chain, your butt, your hamstrings, all that stuff.
Okay. See here.
My whole itchy.
Your hair's itchy? Why is your hair itchy?
What do?
Right there? We do a little rub? Just a little rub, not a scratch, just a rub. There you go. Is that better? Yeah? There you go. So thank you. You're welcome. Stacey didn't do anything. I did that. Oh, okay. So we got the high knees now, and that's over here. Oof. We got ourselves a bit of a jump here. So.
Akashi B.
You what?
B.
Oh.
As soon as you're done with that, you're gonna
Okay,
do
so
high knees, and you're gonna
we've already done this a few times, so there's no reason why we can't keep doing this. Where
B.
okay, yes, I know you love them.
all that stuff.
So now dead air for a bit. Music's still playing though, so that's fine. You dropped Koro Sensei.
Knees, and you're gonna pop your knees up one after another, very quickly, kind of in a bouncing motion. If you're not,
There you go.
if you
See how
can't
you
handle
do?
that bouncing motion, you can just
Yes, he has yellow hands.
quickly, kind of in a bouncing motion. If you're not, if you can't handle that bouncing motion on your knees, you can just raise your knees up.
Okay.
Very quickly, kind of in a bouncing motion.
Tiki ta.
If you're not, a bouncing motion. A
Tiki
bouncing
ta
motion.
ta.
Okay, so here's that issue we were having before where he picks up, he resumes a thought.
Mama for see.
Yes, honey, I need to talk right now, okay, honey? We had this problem, we had it earlier, where he picks up a thought where in the middle of something that there's no space before. So, okay, honey, I'm gonna ask you to go to mommy now, okay?
Don't.
What?
I want that.
Okay, you can take Koro Sensei with you. I need you to go to mommy, and I need you to stay with mommy. Is that all right?
No.
No. You want to stay with daddy? I'm sorry. Oh, guys. Let's all right. Let's try and keep this going, guys. I apologize for this, but I also am weak to her. I'm weak to her. You know, kryptonite
Mama
right here.
for see.
Mama feels sick.
Those knees up one after another, very quickly, kind of in a bouncing motion.
Okay, so he's saying, no active stream. What?
I know.
Uh-oh. Okay, so it says stream is resumed. I hope that's the case. Apparently we were having some problems there. We might not finish this whole thing on the stream. I think, I still have a whole lot left here to go through. About 14 minutes? And we're only, it's a 14-minute video and we're only 3.5 minutes in. So that's how long it takes to get through some of this stuff. Even if you cut out the parts where I was explaining things, it takes a while to get through a whole video. But while I have you guys here, I want to let you guys know that it was great having you here. Thanks for keeping me company while I got some editing done. I'm going to finish editing this up, and this video will be out this Friday. And next week we will have the real energy training stretching routine, which you can use to cool down after a workout. And then following that week, we are going to be doing Baki prisoner workouts. We've got a Baki video, specifically a Baki workout, which is called Baki the Sportsman. And then we have, and then we've got, what's it called? Okay, then we have the Baki prisoner workout. There's, I think, 4 of those. So, lots of Baki coming up in February. Look forward to that. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to watch me stream more frequently, you can go to twitch.tv/SSJDuffy. The link is in the description below this video. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right now, I try and stream, although not this week because my computer is in the shop. But starting next week, I will be streaming. Looking forward to playing some Resident Evil 2, some whatever else I can come up with. And if you would go ahead and follow me over there, it would mean the world to me as I'm trying to build an audience over there. Yes. So until next time. All right, Amy, say it to me, okay? I want you to say, good luck and train hard, okay? Say that. Yes, good luck and train hard. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye. Yeah, Twitch.
Bye.
See you there.